Welcome everyone to another episode of the Warmup. I'm here with the guys as per usual. It's me, Chris the Official. I got Reg, we got Deuce, and we got Kev RL in the building. Say what's up to everyone, guys.
So what's up?
What's up?
Cool. Oh, you quiet today, Deuce. I feel you. You quiet. Anyways, if this is your first time rocking with us, man, this is a place where we talk about sports, current events, and everything else in between through the lens of black culture. We here every Tuesday. You get the new drop, you get some intermediate ones in between, but the new episodes come every Tuesday. Or if you're on YouTube, you can catch some of the clips. If you're on Spotify or our Apple Podcasts or your favorite podcast platform, check us out. Look us up on that end, and you can listen to us while you on your way to work in the COVID era. Not like it used to be, but you can chill in the crib and listen to it. Check us out on social media. We got the Discord, we have Instagram, we have Twitter, we have Reddit. So look us up, man. The description has all of our information there, and also our respective pages. And each episode has just everything you need. I miss anything?
You got it, man.
You on point?
Cool.
Yeah. I appreciate you giving them options and how they can listen to it, when they can listen to it, how they can listen to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So all you gotta do is just tell a friend if you like it, and subscribe, and then hit the 5 stars on the pod. You know what I mean? Get the thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, do your part, and then we'll continue to give you what you want, man. So, man, with that, we're gonna just get right into it. Sunday Night Football, man. They had a whole commercial, just a whole week. Pepsi was out here, everybody was out here, Subway was out here putting Tom Brady on the board because he's going back home to the Pats to meet his daddy, Bill Belichick. And after years of winning Super Bowls, this is the first year back after winning Super Bowl in Tampa Bay. So Brady comes back home to New England with a bunch of friends and all his childhood or colleagues, new age colleagues that he grew up with, became a mature veteran quarterback. Some people even called him the GOAT. And take it to the guy who raised him, who taught him all the moves, taught him how to deflate the balls, and taught him how to talk to the referees and all that. But Sunday Night Football, that was the game of the week. Actually, everyone was waiting to see this. It was a very nip and tuck game. Pats and the Bucks are going back and forth. A lot of it was just defensive, man. They'll get down and not, get down the field, not really be able to finish it off because the defense kind of pulls through on both sides. By the time the half ended, I think it was like 7-6, and then the second half came. The rain came down, got a little slick out there. Antonio Brown started dropping some ball. Like it got a little hot. You know what I'm saying? So the offense loosened up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They started getting some scoring, and it came down to, as usual, a kick. And fortunately, luckily, I don't know how this works, Tom Brady wins off a kick. Not by his team this time, by the Patriots kicker hitting the field goal post with 30 seconds left.
Just barely.
And lost by 2 points. So, guys, is Brady the luckiest football player ever?
That's how we starting this off?
Yes. How about this? What are your thoughts on the game? It was just Rich. What's your thoughts on the game?
That was a good game. Both teams is out here doing a damn thing. Brady has some some receptions. We saw him scrambling again. We saw week 1. We saw it throughout the season. I think Brady might have picked up a new skill, man. I don't know. And we were talking about a pregame, but like, damn, bro, like, what is it about Brady? Is this X factor when the game be close? It's a flag, an unexpected flag, or a flag you expect doesn't fall, or a field goal hits a goal post, or a field goal that shouldn't go in goes in. I don't know I don't know what that X factor is. Mac Jones could be great, but he doesn't have the years of, I think you called it luck in the opener. This man, Tom Brady. What is it? I don't know. Those are my thoughts on the game, though.
Man, So you said, are you agreeing that it's luck? Is what you're trying to say?
I don't know what else. Luck would have been 1, 2, 3 times. Like it's time after time after time.
Hey,
It
man,
just happened.
Buffalo.
I don't know if he making phone calls. I don't know if he got friends in high places like he said, but it just seems to keep happening consistently, especially in these close games.
Man, all right.
When Brady loses, it got to be like by 2, 3 touchdowns.
Bro, yo, the margin, the slightest of margins, man. I swear, Buffalo Wild Wings got that button that you hit. So, oh man, dude.
One time, when he played I'm sorry to stop it, but when they were playing the Falcons in the Super Bowl, wasn't it by like 2 or 3 touchdowns and just like in the shortest amount of time ever, and then just put together scoring drives like back to back and took. I don't know. Go ahead, Deuce.
That Super Bowl was fluky. And Chris, when you talk about is he the luckiest player ever, I think about the fact that what started the whole Patriots run. You know, when the Raiders should have went to that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The fumble. They called it a tuck rule. They called it a tuck rule, but it was a fumble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everybody else is a fumble. But I got to tip my hat to Brady. It was a good game. I was really impressed, even though the Patriots lost, with that defense, man. I like what Bill Belichick did with the defense. Older Brady, especially loves his checkdowns. That's the key to his game now. He's going to check you down to death. And then when he lulls you to sleep, boom, dagger, right? Bill took away all the checkdowns, man. I think the Patriots had like 20 DBs out there sometime, man. Taking away everything in the middle. Mm-hmm. Brady, you can go long on us or you can run the ball. That's it. And that held them down. The Patriots defense did what it was supposed to do. Unfortunately, the offense couldn't cut the mustard this game, but Matt's young. He's going to learn, kind of like what Red said. He doesn't have the years, doesn't have the notches just yet, but I'm like what I'm saying. But I took my hat to Belichick and that defense. That was hoodie Belichick.
Hoodie Belichick, okay. All right. Kev, what you got?
And first thing I thought of when you said, is he the luckiest? I remember my economics professor telling me, luck is where preparedness meets opportunities. So you're asking me, is he the most prepared? Does he have the most opportunities? I don't know which one to answer, but he obviously seemed to be prepared in some situations, especially in that hurry-up offense that like you were mentioning, Kurt. So he did a little bit of that. He didn't perform as well. I thought the rain maybe troubled him a little bit, but it was definitely a very, very close, intense game. I was impressed by Mac Jones. Sometimes I was a little disappointed about his ability to come out of the pocket with all those sacks he was getting, but at the end of the day, you know, some of that credit goes to the D-line for the Bucs. So all in all, it was a good game, but that last play before the kick had me really annoyed because I didn't think they needed to do a pass. I wanted them to just run the ball and get the kicker in a better position, just a few more yards. It was 3 yards for the down, and it's like I didn't really understood it. The rain to me was coming on a bit harder at that point, so it was a risky play. And I'm like, man, if y'all just did something different, y'all could have been on the top. So it was a tough loss for Mac Jones and company. I think it was a very tough loss because they had Brady and them on check. Red zone was horrible for the Bucs. They couldn't really do anything down there. Yeah, it was a good game for the Patriots, man. They just couldn't close out.
Yeah. Shout out to the defense on both ends. Like I said, they kept the game very low
good defensive
scoring.
game.
Yeah.
It was old school football, raining coming down. You know, you have just a lot of grittiness, like a lot of hard hits. Judon was getting after Brady. I mean, the whole, even the front four, like they just dropped back 7 and just let 4 rush Brady, and they were touching him. Like I felt like Brady was low key scared of his life, but I mean, he's like, man, I live my life, man, I'm good. Like he just kind of found his zen. He just stayed in the pocket, a little scramble, took the knee brace off, man, did the Forrest Gump, you know what I'm saying, just started running.
This dude said the Forrest Gump.
Never seen Brady do that before, you know what I'm saying. We seen Brady run and we'd be like, bro,
This is spamming Tom Hanks like that.
But this Brady, warm weather Brady, where his knees don't creak and stuff. He good. You know
Maybe that's what it is.
So, but no, shout out to Brady. I mean, like I said, Brady played well. Mac Jones played well. Jacoby Myers played well. I don't know what Antonio Brown was doing. Leonard Fournette was playing well. Like,
Yes, he did.
Yeah, very well.
Everyone
Very well, yeah.
who was supposed to play showed up. So I mean, like I said, it was probably one of the best games this season so far, as like key like matchups, like games of the weeks or whatever. But well, aside from opening week, I mean, the Dallas Cowboys and the Bucs was a good game too. But that was from an offensive standpoint.
You know,
This is from a complete package standpoint.
I think Brady really missed Gronk this game. I think that would have been a huge difference maker, man. Talking about a big target in the end zone and a mismatch because the Patriots put defensive backs everywhere, man. Gronk, that's his feasting zone, man. That's eating time, man.
Yep. So
I thought it was crazy, man, that one player had such an impact. Like, I saw it, and then at the same time, football has so many different players on the field at the time that I feel like it's such a group effort. And I see this one guy missing, and it was like, man, y'all don't know what to do out there in the red zone.
That's true, man.
Tight ends, they're so big, they're so strong, they're taller. They just, when you need that first down, when you need that touchdown play, they're just go-to receivers now. I think that was why there was a lot of disputes on how they should get paid, whether they should get paid like receivers and all that, because they become such a big part of the offense.
yeah,
Some of them do, man. I really thought this was gonna be a time for my Roll Tide homie OJ Howard to shine through, man, since Gronk wasn't there. But I don't know if he's still injured or something, but he hasn't shown the flashes that he showed at Alabama. Hopefully he heals whatever's keeping him back. He gets on track, man, because now it's his time to shine while Gronk's out.
Gotcha.
Right, Alabama correspondent there. I was also, now that you mentioned it, Kev, I was also surprised by the end of the game because they still had time left on the clock and they had a timeout. So I don't know why they didn't go for a run. Maybe they were scared to lose yards and be in worse position. But can't play scared, man.
Yeah. But it was, like I said, it was a good game. Mac Jones, man, the dude was killing it. He only really missed like 9 passes. He was 31 for 40, 77%. This dude has been throwing 70-something% since college.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty good. 2 TDs, 1 interception. He had a QBR of 108. He actually performed better than Tom Brady. Yeah. What's y'all outlook? Y'all think he's gonna be the next Brady? Because that's what they were saying on the sports broadcast the whole time. Oh, this is, all he needs now is experience. He's gonna be the next Brady in the next 5 years. He's just gonna learn under the Belichick system. Like, y'all think?
Stop talking about that.
if he wasn't in New England, would they be saying he's gonna be the next Brady?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Well then,
not at all.
I mean,
he's gonna be the next Mac Jones.
No, I think he got it, man, because Matt Jones came from where? University of Alabama, man. So he already played for Bill Belichick's, what they call him, soul tie, man, and Nick Saban. He knows the system, man. That's why he's coming in looking like a polished professional already. So I'm rooting for Matt Jones. I like how Kev said it, Matt Jones and company. Let this man own the team, man. Tom Brady is gone. He left New England. Yeah. Exit stage left. Let's stop saying Tom Brady's former team. Let's stop saying Belichick this. Belichick can take a snap. It was Brady Jones. That's what it was.
Wow. I don't know about taking the credit away from the coach / GM. I think he has some fingerprints on the game. I don't know.
I'm not saying take credit away, but let's let this man shine too.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's been other quarterbacks playing under him, and they haven't had the success Mac Jones is having right now. So take that into
They ain't go to Alabama either. So
however you want to put it. Oh, okay, thank you.
Hey man,
Alabama, man.
Hey man, how Tua doing? How Tua tackle a bunch doing down in Miami?
Man, my internet must be messed up, man. I'm sorry. What?
I just
Alabama. Like, you might as well start recording live from Alabama, man.
I just wanted to know because you said QBs from Alabama. I was just trying to figure out how Tua was doing.
It's an
Hey,
Alabama commercial at this point.
My man injured, man. He's injured, man.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
Okay. What
But
about,
he comes back
what
healthy.
about Jalen Hurts? How's Jalen Hurts doing? He's doing all right.
Man, the internet be acting up sometimes, man. Hey, I think we should go on to the next topic.
okay,
My
alright.
Wi-Fi gonna last.
Oh, okay, man. Let me move on. 'Cause I know he got this pay per minute on internet over here. So let's move
Metro,
on.
shout out.
Let's move on, man. Look, the NBA preseason has officially started, man, and one of the major things that we wanted to touch on today was about, this new NBA officiating rules with respects to calls or fouls or non-calls to fouls, essentially. Non-basketball moves is what's going to be the highlight of this new point of emphasis for the officials, right? So, according to the Athletic Shams Sharania, look, let me not mess up this person's name.
Just say Shams. We know who Shams is.
Shams.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Everybody knows Sam.
No. Shams. So the NBA plans to implement this new rule to reduce the number of fouls drawn on non-basketball moves. He's reporting that the officials will be trained to identify non-basketball moves, including offensive players launching into defenders, Luka. Offensive players abruptly veering off their path, Steph. No, I'm just playing. All the scoring players.
Hey, say it loud, say it proud, Steph.
Shooters kicking their legs out at abnormal angles. Trevor Ariza back in Lakers days. Offensive players using their off arm to hook the defender, any big man.
Or Harden. James Harden.
Or James Harden. But so essentially, at the contact of these players is deemed marginal. No one's going to get a foul. It's just going to be a neutral, bang bang, whatever, play on. If the offensive player though is creating contact or is initiating contact that impacts the player's speed, quickness, balance, or rhythm, offensive fouls can be called on them as well. So this is a little bit new. We've seen some modifications to fouls and things like that. A lot of times NBA plays officiating caters towards offense because offense sells tickets. But hey, in this case, I mean, maybe the defense gets one win, saying oh, okay, I own some level of space on this court as well.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of talk about this in the pregame about what's considered a non-basketball move, how this is going to impact the game. Is this going to be too hard to call? So we just gonna talk about it. So Reg, I'm gonna just let you speak your piece on what your thoughts are on this non-basketball moves.
Overall, I think we all agree that some of these changes are necessary. Launching into players that are already in the air that clearly give you space to land, but you still draw a foul by jumping 3 feet forward. That needs to stop. Kicking out, that's obviously no good. That needs to stop. Just like people putting feet under you needs to stop. So I think a lot of these will make the game safer. Probably better the pace of the game. You're not gonna get a whole bunch of ticky-tack fouls, and you won't have such a huge shift between regular season and playoffs. And some of y'all were mentioning during the pregame, going into playing in the Olympics, you're not gonna get these ticky-tack fouls anyway. So then you're gonna be all startled and frustrated because it's like, hey man, I got fouled. So I think a lot of these changes are good. I just still think the defense needs to be honest. They can't just think one way and feel like, oh, the offensive player is going to do this. You still need to make sure you're not running into people. You still need to make sure that you're not leaving your feet. You still need to make sure that you're not creating too much contact that could be considered a foul. That's how I feel.
Okay, all right. Okay, if you got anything different?
I appreciate, but I appreciate that the rule is towards more the defensive player. We haven't seen that in quite some time, or maybe we have and I haven't paid attention to it. But I like to see basketball, and sometimes when people do those extra plays to get a foul, it doesn't look like basketball and it looks like foul gathering. And while I know it put points on the board, for me as a fan, it's not as entertaining sometimes. Every now and again, when you draw a foul in an honest, earnest way, it's good for your team. But those, like you talked about Luka, we saw that play. We could post it up if you're gonna put it up. But that play with Luka was just like, come on, man. Like those kind of ones shouldn't flag. The referees on that side, the officiating side, they're probably gonna go through an adjustment period of trying to get these calls right, and the players themselves as well. But all in all, I think that, like you said, Reg, I think it could be good for the game. I think it will be good for the game as people adjust to it, and it moves forward.
I didn't even think about it from the referee standpoint. I think it'll be very good in the sense that it gives the referees more options. They won't feel like, well, we've been calling it this way all the time. They can try and get the right call. I don't always have the most faith in the NBA referees, so that may also be a bad thing, them having too many options and, trying to get this right throughout the regular season and postseason might be a struggle.
I see a struggle period coming. I definitely.
Oh yeah.
Players, referees, fans, everybody could be struggling together.
Deuce, what you got, man?
I think it's the same thing. It's gonna be tough to adjust. It's gonna change some players' games. I think some will be able to adjust to it. I pulled up a cool stat here. Which NBA players draw the most shooting fouls? And at the top three: Bradley, James, and Luka. I stopped at 3 because Curry is number 4, but it's a different thing. Curry's
the truth comes out.
That's why I did the top 3.
Wow.
But it's gonna change some players' games. Bill, he doesn't really hunt for those fouls that much. He's just a high volume shooter. Bron, we've seen people trying to take this dude down out the air. He's so strong, people get scared. Luka, he's really a bully down in there. I like Luka's game, especially in the playoffs. I mean, he bullied the Clippers, right? But he has these notorious times where, like Reg was saying, he'll leap into the defender. And I think it will help out everybody. My only concern, I like the fact that they are bringing emphasis back to defense because it is a two-sided game, offense, defense. Please, Adam Silver, please, do not add this for review. I'm tired of the last 2 minutes of a basketball game. I feel like I just watched a quarter of football. Come on. Let the refs call it how they see it. I don't want them to review it. It is what it is. And roll on. We don't need any more stoppage to play.
Yeah, I'll agree with that one.
We don't need any more stoppage of play. I agree with that. I mean, if you got a review to get it right, maybe. But yeah, man, let's ease up on the stoppages. I got tired of this after a while.
This is the new sign for the NBA. Hey, go out the street. Y'all want to play ball?
We spinning our fingers for y'all listening on the podcast.
Audio.
Yeah.
It's not this. We shooting today.
It's a very interesting point because I feel like along with these offensive calls, there's it seems like the emphasis on neutrals of no calls, and you can't really review a no call. So
yeah,
it might be a silent way of doing that.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah. So I mean, I think I echo a lot of y'all sentiments. I always like it when players play honestly, and by that I mean in the true spirit of the game. We've gotten really into this ticky-tacky stuff where you touch a person's bottom of their jersey shorts, it's a foul. Anytime you look at a person meanly, or I don't know if that's even a word.
You just
I don't know that's a word.
It's in there now.
They're glaring.
Yeah, glaring.
Glare.
Yeah, it's a tech. Come on,
Stop looking at me. It sounds like kids arguing now.
Yeah,
don't touch me.
I just never understood it, but these are multi-million-dollar. I would call them assets, but because you invest and you build around these players, so you want they know that the game knows that with them off the court is probably more detrimental to the bottom line than them being on the court and kind of allowing them to get away with these ticky-tacky fouls that because you kind of want to protect the player, and I get it. Player safety is very important. I don't think jumping left, right, or backwards in an unnatural way from the spirit of the game is basketball. It's good basketball. It's high quality basketball. Just like you said, in the Olympic circuit, they'll probably just be like, what are you doing? That's a travel or something. They'll just be out here no call. keep playing. They'd be mad. Like I've seen like this past Summer Olympics, I saw Zach LaVine a few times.
Yeah, I was right about to say Zach LaVine myself. He was
Complain
really frustrated.
Yeah, complain about not getting calls because he's just so used to it. But I mean, also the Olympic players way more physical, so you know they're used to, you know, NBA players are used to getting those calls and selling the foul. Like they sell the call, right? Number one, I do. Let's make sure that we understand that every person who's in the paint, you're getting fouled every time. It doesn't matter if you're Shaq or if you're Iverson. You're gonna get fouled. That's just the nature of the beast. Now, even within that, Iverson may still get more fouls because he's smaller, he's further, he's more prone to, you know, being, you know, thrown off his stance versus Shaq. You know what I mean? But
or LeBron.
Yeah, or LeBron, right? Like, so I understand that, but you know, all this selling, you know what I'm saying, just to try to like get the referees to look at you, and even then, like they have that knee-jerk reaction to kind of like throw the flag, throw the whistle because because you out here doing all of this, like they know the game. Now they're playing the game in a way that is not true to the spirit of basketball. So I'm okay with it. I think just like with the whole kick out of the leg, guess what players are going to do? They're going to adapt. They're going to find some new thing to exploit because that's just how the game matures on a professional level. But it's not going to impact. It's going to impact. You know what? I don't think it's going to impact anyone's game. Hard still.
Think so?
He's still
really.
It's still hard.
Do you not see the return of bully ball?
It's not gonna.
You might have some enforcers, some guys who are not the highest paid on the team that might come in there and they might not play the most, let's say the cleanest of defense, but they're gonna wear you out physically, do a lot of grinding and bumping.
Yeah.
And you have a lot more flexibility to do so.
Yeah, but those haven't went away. PJ Tucker is in the league. The Morris twins are heavies. You know what I mean? Like they're
heavy, but I feel like they play pretty good, clean defense. And they're in the game because they what they provide on the offense as role players. They're not carrying the offense, but given the opportunity, they contribute.
Yeah, but
I don't know too many. I can't think of too many right now, at least, you know, that are just straight up just like the enforcers, like the Detroit Pistons, Lambeer style. I'm in there to put a bruising on you, like you said. Every time you coming in this paint, you getting touched up. I don't feel like that's been around for a while.
Not so much, but like it's not as prevalent as it was basically back in the golden era, whatever, with Jordan and
if
Charles
that's golden.
Barkley. You know, some people love that era. Like
I hear you.
But so it's not as prevalent because you don't need it as much. But at the same time, like there's some people. I mean, even Pat Beverly, he's borderline. Like he's if he knows you gonna rough up one of his players, he's gonna probably do some sneaky stuff and then do like, you know, I don't know what you're talking about. Like he gonna play victim.
This changes nothing for Pat Beverly. He's still gonna get called and ejected
all the time. Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't think it's gonna be a big deal, man.
Me neither.
But one of the things that came up was the topic of flexibility. Do you think this is gonna restrain or limit the flexibility that players have on being able to be a little bit more unorthodox within the scope of the game? Which is something that we did come up with.
I was talking on the pregame. I think so to an extent. You don't want to force the game to be played only one way, but you also don't want to like y'all were talking about so much is reward bad play. But my number one concern is you still got to be honest on defense. You can't do things haphazardly because you think it's gonna go one way and then just be like, oh well, whoopsie daisy. Like you still got to pump them brakes. If somebody's in front of you, whether you're off to the side marginally or whatever, you still got to be aware of where you are. You can't play physical defense from behind, in my opinion. If you want to be a big guy and get a coming from behind block, something like that. But once you're beat to the basket, for the most part, you're beat to the basket. That's just the way basketball works. That's why people with great dribbling handles are so effective, and that's why we have point guards. They find a way in and dish it out. So I think that's not changing. It shouldn't change.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have to put that clip up because I think the way you're talking right there is more specific to that scenario which we were looking at with Steph.
We could have Chris roll the footage.
Yeah. I'll do this right here. It's gonna
Playing basketball.
roll the tape. Go look at the tape.
We gonna show you footage of Chris playing basketball. If y'all want to see that, go ahead and put that in the comment section.
Oh man, the Steph Curry. There was a play in, like I said, last short of Steph Curry
against the Bucks,
against a Bucks player who was trying to catch up, and then Curry initiated contact, and therefore it was a foul on the defensive player. So these is kind of one of the marginal things that we kind of get into, where people kind of choose sides on if that's a fair foul or not a fair foul, or whatever the case may be. But
or to your point, maybe it's just gonna end up being a no call.
Yeah,
you have the right to jump to the side, and sometimes things just happen and they're bang bang plays. I think that for me just gets a little tricky because fouls are not always intentional, but they're still fouls. Just because you didn't mean to do it don't mean it's not a foul.
Yep.
That's the thing I want to avoid is the intentional trying to get a foul is what they're trying to stop. And I think if they try to stop that shouldn't hurt the game, and that shouldn't hurt defensive players either, because I think in those examples of kicking out your leg and all of the things, you're actually going out there not aiming to make the basket, not aiming to make the play, trying to get fouled, and you're not really doing your true basketball play. But like you mentioned, you should be entitled to jump to the side. If you're doing some kind of floater and you're trying to fade away from the defensive player, and to do so you're veering off to the side, obviously that's a true basketball play. You know what I mean? But if you're just veering off to the side because you send somebody to the side of you and you just want to gain that contact, then it becomes something of not a basketball play, or at least not the play you would have normally have done to make the shot. So that's where it's tricky.
I really like that point because I kind of disagree. That's part of the game, the pacing and spacing. If you have the position and you can't, that's what a charge is, right? Like you in a sense, but that's part of the game, a charge. But think about it, the space, the speed, the momentum, you kind of plan it out to get the timing right to draw a foul. So I think that's I don't think I know we don't like it if in terms of like, especially the Luka one we were talking about jumping out or whatnot, but to a degree, going for a play or even collapsing the defense, if I go in on 2 or 3 guys, but if they're all out of position, if they're going to stop me, they might have to foul. Like, you're probably not going to get up there. Like Ben Simmons on the playoff going for the dunk. You're probably not going to get there without getting touched, but it's worth doing it because, you have a good favorable position in it. You're either going to get the basket. I think that's part of the game. That's part of
it's part of the game, and that's the part that's going away.
Yeah.
Good riddance.
Well, I don't know.
I say good riddance.
To me, it's just like a football no huddle where you're trying to catch somebody off sides. Like it's.
I understand that too, but it became part of the game because of what Chris was saying.
To your point, I think
Chris, exploit players are going to find something else to exploit. I think that's a good word. Like,
exploitation.
We shouldn't be out there exploiting stuff. We shouldn't be out there playing a sport. Let's do that to the best of our ability.
Yeah.
Exploit your talents. Let's do that.
I mean, that's a talent too. Because when you're driving to the basket, you want to create that contact with your left side and then get a finish. I like it to the point where I feel like we're coming somewhere where I like the 50-50 ones. When the one where it's clearly you're not even trying to play basketball, you just doing all this extra stuff. I agree we should get rid of that. But I still think the 50-50 ones, they're 50-50 for a reason. Like, ooh, I'm looking at it, it could go either way. Like, I think those should be allowed. Either they're no calls, maybe they're offensive, maybe they're defensive. That position and strategy is part of the game too.
Okay, all right. Deuce, what you got, man? Whose side you on, man? You on the righteous side or you on the dark side?
What was that first side?
The righteous side. The righteous side.
What's the righteous side?
I mean, look, if you look,
basketball, you do everything you doing was in the intention of making a basketball play and nothing else.
Whatever your affinity kind of sways to, I'm gonna let you.
I'm curious because you were the one that put the labels out there.
Don't pick none of those labels, dude.
I'm not.
That's a trap.
I cleared it up with what he was trying to say. Are we talking about pure, like, we want to see pure basketball plays mostly for the most part? We want people to be making honest plays, like really trying to make honest, pure basketball plays.
Thank you, Reg. Thank you. See, why is it that he understood the interpretation? He was out here just trying to.
Yeah, you put sauce on it, Chris. I cleaned it up.
With a whole lot of sauce.
What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. Hey, come on.
So
man.
I think it's kind of like what they were saying. This rule is intended for like how Trey Young plays at times.
Mm-hmm.
Now I say that because Trey Young is a tremendous player. We've seen he dismantled Atlanta. Hello Philly. You know, that was Trey Young. But he does have an area of his game, a bit of small part where he's driving. Well, I can't even say driving. There's been times where he's crossing half court and the players are trying to get back to his man and he'll position himself in front of him and stop before he even gets to the 3-point line.
CP3 does that too.
Yeah, OG ball. So I think it's more to stop those plays as well as that Luka clip that Chris dropped in there. If you pump fake me, I'm gonna defend. And I've seen some where the defenders are going straight up.
Yeah, and they jumping 3 feet forward to try and meet them in the air. That's out of pocket.
Yeah,
Get it out.
And then it's a foul on the defender. I seen that. It was in the playoffs with Miami. I forgot where it was, but jump straight up, shooter jump into him, and it's a foul. So I think it's plays like that.
You talking about Miami? Miami's the one that was shooting?
No, Miami was the one playing defense.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say probably Duncan Robinson could have been.
Nah, it was somebody on defense. I remember the play, and it was like, wow.
It'll come back to you later. Then
It'll come back. It'll come back tomorrow. But I think that's what this rule is for. Like those Trey Young plays, those Chris Paul plays, the Harden plays, things of that nature. Or it's obvious, like you guys said, the 50-50 is what's gonna make it fun.
Yeah.
Right? Especially like you said, you can't replay a no call. That's gonna get arguments started, debates. That's gonna bring that drama that the NBA loves. Yeah. So I hope they keep out of the replay. Those 50-50 ones are gonna be ones that's gonna blow up NBA Twitter.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Awesome.
should they just stop showing us the replay then? Because if I see it after they didn't call the 50-50 and it's clearly wrong, just stop, because that doesn't help in the confidence of the referees, and they come back and we know we got it wrong. Sorry, you lost the championship, but we know you got it wrong. Like I'm a little bit tired of those.
But you get the report from the NBA saying, "Yeah, you know what?
Exactly.
There was a wrong call."
2 weeks later, our bad, guys.
Like that doesn't help me anything.
Yeah, that those be the breaks right there, man. So
and then the commentators are talking about how wrong the referees got it.
Hey man, it's hard out here.
It's hard out here to be a ref, man. It's hard out here for a ref.
Yeah, buddy. So anything else on that, man? If not, man, we can wrap it up real quick. Make it short and sweet. Unless you want to talk about Urban Meyer.
Nah, we good, man.
Urban, man.
You talking about Urban Meyer? Okay.
He's just, he was caught up out there, man.
No, man, he was
And
just.
I heard Magic City has discounts for coaches, man. Maybe Urban might want to go.
Wow.
Wow.
They got good wings.
I don't know. I gotta ask Lou.
Yeah, I'm saying, they got the Lou special. Hey, yo, I heard he got his own menu item, man. Lou.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Hey,
I didn't know that.
he needs to come out with a seasoning, man. I would buy that. If I walked into the store, saw lemon pepper Lou seasoning, I'm confident.
Okay, all right. Yes,
He just told you marketing works. He just told you marketing works.
So, all right, man. Well, let's wrap this up.
Being so good to make a great quarantine.
I was trying to save us because I knew it was something going to pop. I knew something was going to pop. So,
Like Luke popped that bubble.
Dude was hungry, man. Let the man live, man. He was hungry. He just wanted some.
Charity couldn't keep me away from these wings.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Hey man, yo, Doc Rivers can't make anybody show up, man. Lou going to get the wings. Ben Simmons out here doing his own thing. He couldn't get quiet to show up on time. Poor Doc, man.
Said that. We talked about Doc, man. Let's see.
I don't know, man.
This season. He's on the hot seat. We had him on the hot seat last time. I think he left it yet.
Yeah, and if he wasn't on the hot seat for me before, like the finger pointing don't help.
Yeah.
Hey man, he just told the truth, man. He just shouldn't have told the truth.
Say it, but closed door.
Tell the truth. I'm pointing the
Give me that,
finger,
give me that coach's truth. Oh, you know that's on me. I'm gonna work with the guys, and we made a lot of mistakes. Like, give me the coach's truth.
Yeah, exactly. There's no other way to tell the truth. You don't have the finger point to tell the truth.
Yeah.
Man,
If you gonna give us that real truth when the season ends and y'all ain't win again, and we got this long history when we looking back, you gonna have to hear that truth too.
3-1, 3-1, 3-1.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Wow, hey man, but what about that time he won the championship that one time with Boston?
When you had to say the time that many times, that's
One time.
Hey man,
In a stacked team. A stacked team.
Hey.
That was one of the first. That's one of the first, man. That's
Not
one of the
one,
first.
that's not even one of the first, man. That's not even one of the first. It's just
he been right. He been riding that achievement for a while, huh?
Look, man. You know, some people do it. What's the guy name from Alabama? Saban. That's me won the championship.
Who was that? Sabans.
Last time he won the championship. Anyways, man, that's cool. We can just go ahead and wrap this up.
Last year, man. He won one last year.
You won one last year?
They got too many championships. I feel like he won it all the time. Like, what's going on? How many championships they play in 1 year? And just keep winning?
I don't think he won one last year. I don't remember hearing. Was it in the news?
Last year, man.
Or was it in the news?
Yes.
Was it in the news?
Maybe not your feed. Maybe not your feed.
Crimson Tide.
All Alabama stuff's on mute on his feed.
Hey. I like Alabama. I like Alabama, man. They provide good entertainment, man. You know what I'm saying? They produced. That's the guy, Amari Cooper. That's all y'all need. All y'all did win last year, man. Congratulations, man. I
thought you made it up.
He could have. So, but the last time before that was
Roll Tide. Huh?
The last time before that was 2017. That's probably why. It just felt like a drought. I just kept hearing Ohio. Yeah.
Was somebody driving?
2 years is a drought?
3 years is
Apparently, I guess when you're a real winning team, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know, right? You speaking to his status right now. Y'all don't even win a championship in 2 years. Y'all trash.
I'll take that.
That's cool.
Yeah, Bama Nation to take that.
Yep.
That's cool. All right, man. Let's go ahead and close this out, man, before I get into trouble. Deuce, man. What's your sign off, man? You got a factoid today?
I do have a fact.
All right, well, I'm gonna put you on the back end, then. You come in last. Kev, man, what's your sign off?
Man, we can talk about a lot of things tonight. I just realized we could have touched on a lot of drama that's happening right now. But 14 days is the countdown is on. NBA is about to start. Football is heating up. It's good sport time. So y'all tune in, man. Every Tuesday we here. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I just got a new mic, so let me know in the comment section how the audio sound on the podcast. We got comments on the podcast. Is that doable?
No, but you know, if they go to the Twitter or the Instagram,
the YouTube,
they can leave a comment on any of our stuff. You know what I
mean? In the DM, whatever it is.
So,
yeah, any of the non-Facebook owned apps, because you know those tend to shut down from time to time.
Time.
They shut down.
One time. They shut down. Y'all shut down all the time.
I know, right?
That's all it takes is what.
Y'all always closed.
Like time to time.
Ice cream machine always broken. Like, nah, man, it was just this time, just this one time.
Every time I try to go to Facebook down. What?
It's because you always in jail. It just don't work for you.
One day maybe we'll do like an equipment setup video or something like that. But thank y'all for rocking with us. I'm gonna echo what Kat said. Thanks for rocking with us. Comment, subscribe, engage with us. Sports coming back. We'll be here every Tuesday, like our boy Chris say. Tuesday drops every Tuesday, so it's gonna happen
every Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Like an album drop, like a No Limit album.
Too long.
True.
Alright, what's Deuce, man? Go ahead. What's your factoid, man?
This one is about Major League Baseball, man. So, Major League Baseball umpires are required to wear black underwear on the job just in case they split their pants during the game.
Everything black, bro. I support that.
Black on black on black.
What's the penalty? Like, how do they figure out if you are within dress code or not?
Oh, you mean like a checker? Like how they verify?
Yeah.
They got a job. Somebody got a job.
Somebody,
Who enforcing that policy?
They got a watcher somewhere.
What's the fine if you
There
rip
you
your pants
go.
and we see tiny whiteys? What's the fine?
What's the penalty?
I know what the appropriate fine would be for like a ref.
A
if they
1 game
had the
suspension.
tidy whiteys. Huh?
A 1 game.
I think it
suspension.
depends on the offense, man. Like tidy whiteys, okay, that's maybe a warning, right? But if you go on commando, especially in a national televised game, bruh, you might have to just
You
hang
got
up the cleats.
FCC, you got FCC fines, all the fines.
Maybe them your lucky draws is commando. So, where do you find this fact at, man? Like,
Hey man, out there, I do my research.
you just find the deepest of the
does his
swamp
research.
and just be out here like,
I want to know where you get your research
I
from.
know that's a strange one to pop up there, man. But yeah,
Do my vaccine research, all my research right there.
bro, dude, he got a zombie barber. I don't know what's going on.
yo, follow us on Twitter,
For
man.
another
Follow us
day.
on Twitter. Deuce, you just start posting your factoids on our Twitter feed.
Yeah, we post your factoids on Twitter. We gonna close
Yeah.
this up, but I got a concept for us in the future. We gonna do cartoons with voiceovers over the stories this guy be telling.
The dude stories, bro. Zombie barber. You gotta put it on IG. You gotta tell the story on IG.
Oh man. Cut.
You just gotta block your barber though.
Then,
I still need your cut.
yeah. And this here is Chris the official, man. We here every Tuesday, as I said. Thank you for joining, man. Hopefully it was entertaining. This is a little bit more lighthearted, man. But you know what I'm saying? The NBA season about to kick up, you know what I mean? So we about to get into the depths of the NBA season as things start to pick up and be in the thick of things in the NFL. So we're gonna have a lot of action, you know what I'm saying? And then the holidays coming soon. We may do another, you know, Thanksgiving draft. Although, oh man, if you go back and look at the other video of the
You
draft,
haven't seen it.
if you haven't seen it,
Oh,
I'll put it in the
Update.
link.
I tried the candy yams from a spot. Not bad. I apologize.
He gave you a not bad, which means it's not putrid. But it's not a star of the dish. It's not a star
No.
of the dish. There you go.
It's not a bad side though. But that
Chris-
whatever that marshmallow ish is,
No.
keep that out of here.
No,
Out
not
here.
the marshmallows. That's odd.
That's sweet potatoes.
Very
That's
offensive.
casserole. I mean, you know, I like it, but you know, I like exquisite stuff. But anyways, we're gonna keep it moving, man. Like and subscribe, guys. We'll catch y'all on the flip side again. Tuesdays and then everything in between, man. It's just a giveaway. So hopefully you guys stay tuned and until next time, man. Deuces.
Peace.
Holla.